Israel's army and gave the direct command to engage war with Sisera's army. And she was a worship leader. There was a fifth role that she was. The Bible says she was a wife of someone. So she was a wife. That's a job in itself. I'm not a wife, but I was a wife. Okay. Her authority was so high that the military hierarchy would only go to war on her personal command. She is the only female judge in the book, and her story shows that God's calling for leadership is not limited by gender in the biblical context. Deborah was the highest authority in Israel, a prophetess, judge, a supreme military commander whose command combined spiritual insight, judicial wisdom, strategic leadership made her the most influential leader of Israel during that period. Deborah's intimacy with God. Her leadership didn't begin with the title. It began with the time that she spent in God's presence. Before she led publicly, she listened privately to God. She spent time with God. She was obedient to God. God gave Deborah a clear instruction to call a man named Barak and tell him to lead Israel into battle against their oppressors, the Canaanites. Their army was very okay. Now, what was the results of Deborah's obedience and humility? Israel defeated the enemy, which was the oppressors. The people were freed, and peace returned to the land for 40 years. Those are major things because she was obedient. Okay. So let's just say a little bit about Barak, because this is a big part of the story. Barak had skills. He was a warrior and a military commander. He was no punk. Okay. I think people get that kind of often twisted. He was not a punk. Okay. Deborah told Barak that since he would not go with her, the glory of the victory of the war would go to a woman. But Barak didn't seem to care that the glory would go to a woman. And I encourage you to read the entire story on your own